Van Show. He's a monster on a mission to talk to lots of folks. Van Show, Van Show, Van Show, Van Show.
Hey everybody, we're back with the Van Show here at the Other Worlds Film Festival. And today I met a new friend. I want to introduce you. What's your name?
My name is Berkley Brady.
Berkley Brady. And Berkley Brady, where are you from?
I am from Calgary, Alberta, in Canada.
It's a show about creatives, and you yourself are a creative.
I am, thank you. Yes, I am a filmmaker. I love writing, I love music, I love costumes, and I love working with all the other people who make all of those things come to life and who do all those things.
And so now, can you tell us, when in your life did you realize, I want to make movies? I want to tell stories in a visual medium?
Well, I knew I wanted to tell stories when I was 6 years old, because that's when I learned that people wrote the stories that I was reading and that I could do it too. So it seemed like a no-brainer. I love stories, I love telling them, so I thought that's what I'm going to do. And so then after a while I started learning there were also people who made films, and I thought, well, I don't want to be a writer only because I get really lonely when I write.
Oh.
So because I'm by myself. So I thought, well, if I do film, I can work with the photographers, the actors, other writers, costume people, art directors.
So you thrive
caterers.
in collaboration.
Yeah, there's so many people, so you can tell stories and also have friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the cool thing about it is, like, you know, you have a story you want to tell.
Yeah.
And then when you take that story and other people see it through their eyes and then they speak it through their words, it changes, but the thread stays the same, right?
Yeah, and that's the director's job, is to make sure that thread is held together.
And so now we're here because you brought a film to this festival.
Yes, I did. Dark Nature.
And can you tell us a little bit about that film?
I would love to. Dark Nature it's a little scary story. I don't know if it's for puppets. It's a grown-up story. Is that okay?
I mean, no, I'll be all right.
Okay.
I've stayed up past bedtime before. You know, I've read under my sheets with the flashlight. Sometimes scary stories.
What?
So you're fine.
Okay. Well, it's about a lady named Joy, and she has a really bad breakup and a bad relationship with her boyfriend. And she's having a really hard time getting over it and getting over him. So her best friend Carmen says, come on this weekend to the forest with me and this support group. We'll do some therapy, we'll do some healing. It'll be great. It'll make you feel better. And as they go on this trip, unfortunately, it does not make her feel better, and a lot of bad things happen.
Oh, so scary stuff in the woods.
Super scary.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so is this your first film, or have you done more?
This is my first feature film, but I've done short films, commercials, TV, nonfiction kind of stuff, some documentaries, and I've worked in film for about 15 years.
Wow.
So this is my first writing movie that I wrote and direct.
That's amazing. And so now it feels very daunting, making a feature.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, as they say, blood, sweat, and tears and all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
After going through all of that,
Yeah.
would you do it again?
I think it's like having a baby. You have them and you do want to do it again because they're so wonderful. It is so magical. It really is a way to share a dream. We're dreaming together, and I think that's why it's so important to be truthful. Because if I'm not truthful about something, of course people in the audience will sense that, and I don't want to insult them. So I try to be really truthful in my storytelling so that if they connect with it from a true place in them, they will. And if they don't, it's not for them, that's okay too. Not everyone has to like the same things.
I love that. Hey, so I want to ask, do you have an idea for your next project?
I do. I have a couple things I'm working on.
Anything that you could share with us?
Well, they're both adaptations of books. They're both books from Canada.
Ooh.
One's the book called Half-Breed by Maria Campbell, which is an incredible story. If you haven't read it, you have to read Half-Breed.
Okay.
And the other one is a book called The Summer of Bitter and Sweet by Jen Ferguson. And that's a YA book, kind of about romance and figuring out who you are, and also about being honest about who you are.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And so I imagine now the movie you just made, this is an original script?
It is, yes. Original script, original idea, a lot of myself in there. And I've also had people really help with the script. A guy named Tim Cairo, he was a big help. A guy named David Bond, huge help, and was like the genesis of the whole script.
Wow.
Yeah, David Bond.
I love hearing this, like all the collaboration happening to make this beautiful thing that you've just been able to share with everybody.
Exactly. I love it too.
That's so cool. Goodbye.
Bye.